She about to make a face that's... I knew it. I knew she was gonna do this. I knew it. I could feel it coming. Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Spy Family, episode 29, The Pastry of Knowledge, The Informant's Great Romance. And last episode, we saw Yuri go on a mission, and then we saw Bondman just like amassing all these women. And I think there was an after credit stories. I forgot what they were about, but yeah, that's what happened last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys are my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and please consider supporting my Patreon at patreon.com/feelingmini. And now let's start this episode, and here we go. You know, I had made a resolution about not complaining about the fact that I feel like all these episodes have been basically fillers and everything. And after this episode was done, I was here just like trying to look through the comments and stuff. And someone was like, hey, the cruise arc is gonna start next week, and some people were excited about it. So I'm like, I guess we're gonna go into like an actual sort of like a main storyline, you know, not these itty bitty pieces of stories that we've been seeing for this last few weeks. So I'm excited for that. Now, this episode first started with the Pastry of Knowledge, which there's this legend about this pastry that this chef cooks up at the school once in a while, and that if you eat it, you get your chances of getting a Stella is like super high. You become smart. So there's the legend about it. And when Anya learned that there's a possibility that they were going to separate her and Becky, and then they all learned about this pastry, macarons, whatever, that has been, you know, that the chef had made, you know, and that they were running out. They all started running after it. They got there, and he was, I think his name was George. He's the one that got the last 5 of them, right? And because of what happened with him during the previous episode, the first season, they were like, basically he owed them. So he was like, okay, I'm going to give 4 to all of you, and then I'm going to eat 1. Now, it was 5 of them there, so one of them was going to sit it out. So they decided to play this card game. And first round, Anya was just like cheating, using her telepathy to win the game. And they were like, they knew they were like, something is wrong. You either, if you didn't cheat, then that means you can read our mind or something or other. She's like, oh, I can't let them think that I can read mine. So she's like, okay, let's go again. And when they went again, she could have missed the Joker, but she didn't. She wanted to make them believe that she can't read minds, right? But she picked the Joker on purpose, and then it was Damien's turn to pick a card, right? And she was hoping that he would pick the Joker, but then she was making it so obvious, like when his fingers were moving over the cards, if it's not on the Joker, she had this crestfallen face, so Damien could tell that she was where the Joker was, you know. So he picked a different card, and then it came down to them two facing each other and her having 2 cards, and I knew she was gonna make that face that was gonna make Damien just like lose his mind. And she did. She started thinking about the fact that she might not be with Becky anymore, and then she started crying. She was so cute, and Damien was so touched. So it's like he lost. He lost. Oh my goodness. And I love when he said that she was unfair because of how cute she was and everything. And when she got her part of the macaroons or whatever, she would like called out to him and wanted to share it. And then she was so adorable. Damien could not take it, man. He could not take it. Now, she ate the macaron. She started acting like, she got this great burst of intelligence, but not really. When they had the test and everything, her notes was still weren't that good. But then there was this test subject. Lloyd noticed these test subjects on ancient languages, I believe, where like she basically, it seems like she would have gotten like a high note if it weren't for spelling errors. So that's what made her basically sort of like fail, not get a great grade on that particular subject. And then Lloyd started thinking, okay, how exactly did she learn these ancient languages when, they haven't been sort of like not being taught or not being spoken anymore, And I feel like it was all part of when she went through the experiment that made her a telepath. I think that's where that came from. But Lloyd is like, at first he was thinking about it, but then he's like, let's just forget about it. So I'm like, okay, so he's not gonna discover that she's a telepath, at least not for now. And then we go to Frankie, who was telling, clearly Lloyd was about to go on a mission or something, and he needed information from Frankie. And then he asked Frankie about this info about a group or something or other like that. And Frankie told him that the informant was killed, and he said that he was killed by Gordon. And he's like, Gordon? He's like, yeah, it's a group of assassins that have been operating, in the city for a long time. And I'm like, is that the same group? They say a group of assassins, okay, that work in the shadows. And Yor is an assassin. So I'm like, that must be the group that she's part of, right? So I'm like, at least, even if this part of the thing was sort of like filler, at least I got any information, the vital information out of it, which is the group that she works for is called Garden. And it's a whole bunch of them. Of course, it has to be a whole bunch of them. Whatever. And Frankie was like still going after this girl, Casey. And she lost her cat, and he was like, at first he wanted to ask Lloyd to help, but Lloyd was like, I don't care about this. So he left. So he started calling out to his informants or whatever, people that he knew, to try to help them find the cat. They gave him a sort of like a general location of where the cat was, and he started going in search of the cat, and then he found Yor, and Yor decided to help him. And at first he made these sort of like mechanical fake cats that he put, all around, but then they were being destroyed. And then he decided to just like fill the air with catnip. I'm like, boy, there are gonna be so many cats. But then I guess it worked, because the cat that he was looking for also came. Kopi, I think that's what it's called. I don't know. The cat also came. Now it came to a matter of catching the cat. And when he was gonna use that net that sort of looked like a camera, and he said he has to be in a, was it 2 meter distance between him and the cat before he can activate it or something. But each time he gets close to the cat kept moving away from him. So it's like, then he started running after the cat, and then this cat started running away, and then he decided to come, like, get this 10-year. He was working on this invention, whatever, for like 10 years now. He put it on, and he was gonna use it to try to catch the cat. But then the cat kept running toward the main street where he could get sort of crushed and killed and stuff. And Yor just like broke his machine and just launched it, blocked the cat's, run and everything, and then she was jumping over the cat with this scary face, and the cat was so scared. Like when she brought the cat to the to Frankie, you could see the cat was sort of like in a catatonic state. Like he was so traumatized and shocked and everything. And poor Frankie, he brought the cat to her, but then she had a boyfriend, man. She had a boyfriend, so he did all that for nothing, and his invention got broken. So it's like he's so not lucky. He's so not lucky, not lucky at all. So when Yo went back to her work, she got they said someone was calling her, and then she got on the phone, and you could tell that she was about to they need the Thorn Princess to go after somebody, I guess. So, and that's where the episode ended. I'm assuming that's what's gonna lead to this arc that the comment was talking about. I'm assuming, I don't know, but hopefully that's what it was about. And I wonder if whatever mission that Lloyd was gonna go over, and he was talking with Frankie about it, I wonder if that is also related to whatever Yod it was gonna do after she got that call. So we'll see. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want to see my reaction to the next episode, you can do so by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/me, and you can also see the full length of this reaction there as well. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. I can't stand